Please let me know what the sound's like because I've got my microphone on today. I've not used it on a live, so I'm hoping it's okay. I did try on a recorded video the other day and it seemed to be okay, according to everybody's comments. So how are we all this morning? I'm going to be colouring in Mr. Kurt mirrors today. I thought a nice easy page, and this illustration is just, I love it, it's beautiful. I think it's supposed to be, is it Aries that's the ram? I think it's the ram. And I'm pretty sure that's Aries. My daughter's an Aries. But it's from this Mr. Kurt Mirrors, Galaxy Girls and Zodiac Signs. This was the very first colouring book I bought of Mr. Kurt Mirrors. So quite a few pages in it actually. Let me just load my chat up. There we go. So I'm going to start on the hair. I have just put some masking tape here because if I have got time I will do a bit of a watercolour background on this one. But at the minute I'm just going to start with the hair and I'm going to give her a blue hair. I know she's a ram and rams are they brown? I think they're brown. But I just wanted her to have blue hair, so that's what she's going to have. That's what she's going to have. So hopefully when I think I'm going to start here on this bigger section here. So I'm just going to base it all first. I am using the Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils again. Just hit me up with an emoji if you can chat, because I don't want to have that issue where I've accidentally turned chat off again. If you can drop me an emoji if you're here and you can chat. So yeah, I'm going in with sky blue first, 146. Why is it always go blurry when you bring it up to the camera, guys? 146, and I'm just going to base it all. So I thought I'd come on and pick a nice easy page and have a bit of a chilled morning. I'm not going to stop on for too long today because I do need to pop to the shops. My daughter's had the last of her cornflakes this morning, and if I don't get any more for tomorrow, she'll be kicking off tomorrow morning. She'll be kicking off. I've not got a cereal in. Hi, Liz. Thank you. I know people can chat now, that's fine. I've not turned it off by accident again. Me being silly. We don't want that to happen, do we? Morning, Jen. Catch up and then I can see. Lurking and no worries, Liz. Hard worker. Hard worker. So I'm going to do it section by section this time, just when I'm on live stream, then it doesn't get boring for you, me colouring the whole thing in a base of that. So next I'm going to go in with my darkest, well, one of my darkest colours that I'm going to use. I'm going to use Dark Indigo 157. I still don't think my iPad's caught up with me at the minute from when I zoomed in. I'm hoping it's alright like that. I'm sure it's not caught up yet. Hi, Pickle. Oh, it cropped up for me, Jen, but I've not had a look yet. I have actually. Oh, my iPad's just caught up and zoomed in. Finally. Is it spinning? Oh no. I can see it. It's a bit laggy actually. It is a bit laggy. That's not good, is it? Should I try zooming back out again? It might be a bit close. Might be causing some issues. Let me zoom back out. See if that does anything. But my iPad's taking forever to catch up. Yeah, it's very laggy. Very, very laggy. Full of issues today. But yeah, I saw the Amazon thing crop up and I have been buying a few bits ready for Christmas. You know, I start now buying the kids' presents for Christmas and laying them away. So I'll have to have a proper look after. But I have just, I have already ordered a few bits. There's some coming today, so if I run off, you know, I'm going answering the door. Is it okay now, Pickle? Some gremlins. You know what? They're digging up in front of my house as well. So I've got temporary traffic lights up right outside the house. So if you hear some angry drivers honking the horns as well, and lots of emergency vehicles today, you know it's because that's right outside. That's right outside my house today, unfortunately. So it's a nightmare to get to and from where I want to go, and that's in front of there. 2 o'clock in the morning, B. Oh my gosh. It is much too early for you to be awake. Thank you for liking and sharing. Get some sleep. Get yourself some sleep. It definitely is, Pickle. It definitely is, and I don't know why. Have they said anything in the news about it? Because my internet's been shocking for weeks. Like sometimes it'll just say no internet connection, no internet connection. I'm like, why? Why? It's really annoying. What would we do without our internet now? What would we do without internet, without TVs? You know what? I think I'd quite enjoy it for a time, for a small time. I think I'd quite enjoy the silence and peace. I'd go and live on a remote island somewhere for a bit, but I'm not sure how long for. I think you'd want your luxuries back at some point, wouldn't you? There'd come a point where you get bored. Yeah, there's definitely something going on. Definitely. But I've heard, like, I don't really watch the news because I don't get a chance. I'm like either doing stuff with the kids or here, there, and everywhere. So I don't really sit down and watch the news. But I caught a little bit about us possibly having some blackouts. What's that all about? Are they trying to save on electricity or is it just something that'll happen? Blackouts, they're telling everyone get ready with the candles and the batteries and torches, aren't they? Let's get some in. Case. Man, I have a nice collection of Yankee candles. I have a nice collection of Yankee candles. Would be good, Pickle. I think it would be. Kids to be able to just play out. I never even thought about that, Jen. I never even thought about that. I mean, I know they give people with disabilities an extra payment, didn't they? £150, but that's not enough to keep your house constantly warm, is it? I've just got the payment on my electric meter. Was it £60 or something they put on my electric meter the other day? And it's already whittled down. It doesn't last 2 minutes. Hi, Minnie. I didn't spot your first comment up there. It disappeared into the distance, but I've just seen your comment now. Medical centre near you. The amount of power cuts it's caused. Oh no. Right, I'm gonna go in with a slightly lighter shade now. I'm gonna go in with the Indanthrin Blue. I can't pronounce that. I mean, I might have said it right, but who knows? Indanthrin Blue 247. My chair's squeaking. What's it doing? And also, if you can hear an annoying beep every now and again, my smoke alarm's broke. We've put fresh batteries in it. One of them's one of them where you can't change the batteries on it, and it says to contact. I think I need to contact the council for it, but it just keeps beeping like it's got a low battery, but it's not because it's been the others have been changed. And then it said, turn it off for 15 seconds or something, then turn it back on, or hold the button in or something. We did that. That didn't work. Like, doesn't really bother me, but my partner's like, that's so annoying. It does pickle, doesn't it? I think it's all a con me. I think it's all a con. Oh, Rome, how lovely. How lovely. I'm not surprised you had a lovely time there, Minnie. Let's get a bit of colour up here. I hope the sound's alright with this microphone anyway. I hope it's well, it must be working. I think you'd have told me by now if you couldn't hear me. I've got a frog in my throat. Minnie. Yeah, it's very cold. Very cold. I'm still holding off putting my heating on though. I've not put my heating on yet. Oh dear. I've been taking my hot water bottle to bed with me instead. So that's been nice actually. It's probably been warmer than if I had the heating on, taking that hot water bottle up. You can put it wherever you're cold, can't you? Just stick it wherever you're cold. I'm going to deepen up some of the darker areas with a Payne's Grey, I think. Payne's Grey 181. Greys and blues go nice together. Has it, Jen? Oh, I'm freezing, but I refuse to put it on yet. I'm like, no way am I starting off with a gas bill so soon. Nope, ain't happening. It is not happening. It's the best way to be that pickle. I keep seeing them adverts for them. Are they called Oddies? OODIE. Have you seen the price of them? Gee, it's like 60 quid, and it's just like a little cosy. Well, like you said, probably similar to what you've got on there. Pickle. But scandalous prices. But they do look cosy. They do. Oh, yeah, well, if you need it on, Jen, you need it on, don't you? Hopefully it won't bite you in the bum too much, the price of it. I'm just building the layers up on this now because there's still quite a lot of white space, so I'm going to go through my colours again. The colours I've used, I'm just going to layer on top again. So going back to the indigo, dark indigo 157. £20 in there, yeah. I'm thinking about going, Pickle, to get a few for my daughter. She's 13 now. Well, she'll be 14 just before Christmas. So this time, as you can imagine, she's just asked for clothes. Literally this time for Christmas, just clothes. So I was like, yeah, fine. We'll buy her a load of cosy, snuggly things. I don't really know what else to get her. Like, I bought her a load of bath bombs last year and she doesn't bath, she has showers. And she was actually sorting through her drawers the other day. Is this gone blurry? It's gone really blurry on my iPad. Are we blurry? Yeah, but she went through her drawers the other day and she was like, Mum, I've still got all these bath bombs from last year. All these Christmas bath bombs. I said, well, you'll have to start having a bath instead of a shower. She's like, no, I don't like baths. I don't like baths. I'm like, oh, well, you've just got a load of bath bombs then. Give over, Jen. If you have, I have as well. Oh, B&M's. B&M's is fab as well, isn't it? B&M's. Always make sure you pick up a basket when you go in there. You can actually get trolleys as well, can't you? Well, you can buy one of the ones near me, you can get a trolley. They're really hard to buy for. Just, you feel like you're not really getting them anything, or you're not really getting them any surprises because obviously she knows what she's getting. She's just asked for clothes and that's it. And I'm like, Mm. She's not even into any sort of special clothes, you know, where you could like say, I know some teenagers are really into the sportswear, you know, the tracksuits type things and that, but she's not. So I couldn't even say, oh, go on, I'll splash out on a more expensive tracksuit for you or something, because she's just not into that. She literally, when she's got any money, she just goes Primark and gets all the, you know, the Stitch. She's into Stitch. She likes everything Stitch. She's got Stitch PJs, Stitch t-shirts, Stitch teddies. I think she's got 3 Stitch teddies. Stitch sliders. Anything Stitch, basically. Next colour is in Dampering Blue again. Well, I'm lucky she's cheap this year. I think it was last year she asked for a laptop, so that was an expensive year. But she'd not asked for anything else, so I thought, okay, we'll get her a laptop, because she'd started high school as well. In fact, it might have been 2 Christmases ago. She'd started high school as well, so I was like, well, she's going to need it to do her school work on. So, you know, it's sort of, it would be good for her. So we got her that one year. But this year, it's, yeah, just don't know what I'm getting her. Does he, Jen? What does your husband buy then? Because I find it's a lot of girly stuff when you go in. Like, it's all the smellies. All the kitchenware. I've got some really good storage for my fridge from there. To stack all my stuff in my fridge. That's what I got last time. Can't say I've ever looked at any of the man's stuff though in there. Cool. Did you mean to write cool there, Robert? Cool. Or are you saying you'll buy coal from B&M's? I'm really confused. For anybody that doesn't know, Rob Martindale is my other half. Oh, biscuits. Biscuits. I'm planning on getting a bit more done today, because last time I live streamed, I showed Rob my picture and I said, do you like it? And he said, you've hardly done anything. He said, how long was you on stream and you've only done that bit of skin? I was like, you cheeky thing. It's because I'm talking. So I'm planning on getting a bit more done today. Might move on to the skin in a minute. Do a bit of skin. I think we all do that, Jen, in that shop, don't we? I think we all do that. So I think I've pretty much filled all the white space up now. So I went over that twice. It's like got 2 layers on it, this hair. 2 layers of blue. I'm just going to fill in this middle bit with this lightest colour. This is the sky blue, I think. Sky blue 146. It's not easy, Pickle, tell him. Rob's getting a bacon and sausage bear. I'm jealous. I've actually not had any breakfast. I rarely have breakfast though, to be honest. I normally just get something for dinner. So you're queuing up in the butcher's today for your bacon bear, Maya? Or is someone else going for you? Let's just do the next section. It's only a little one, these ones, aren't they? Let's do 2 at the same time. Is anybody else in Aries? I was saying at the start at Livestream, I think this is Aries because it's a ram, isn't it? Dark Indigo 157. Pickle. I remember when I came into one of your streams and I saw your cat. I don't know if I saw your cat or just you shouting at the cat, but it was something about your cat. Maleficent vibes. It does, doesn't it? It does actually. I like that film. I'm trying to decide if I've watched both of them. Isn't there 2 movies now? Maleficent. I think I did watch both. Pretty sure I did. So who watched the Hocus Pocus 2 then? I kept banging on about how I was so excited to watch it. I finally watched it. The first attempt I fell asleep because I was absolutely shattered. It was nothing to do with the film being boring or anything because I really enjoyed it. But the first time I fell asleep. The second time I put it on during the day, and then my mum rang me up asking if I'd go and pick her a prescription up from the chemist. So that got interrupted, and I was third time lucky. The third time I put it on, I got to watch it all the way through. I really loved it. I don't think sequels will ever be as good as the first movies. So I still prefer the first movie over it, but I loved it, mate. I did. Next in Danfreen Blue. Did you not pickle that? See, I thought it was. I sort of felt like that's where it was going. And those kids at the beginning. Oh, I'll not spoil it for anyone. I'll not talk about it, but those children, those actresses. They were brilliant. Because I've been watching the Andor series. I've not been enjoying that. Normally I like all of them. All of the Star Wars series, but I'm really not liking this one. Rings of Power we've been watching, I'm liking that. Yeah, and Hulk, She-Hulk. She-Hulk's a bit, I like it, but it's like very, I think it's very like a girly movie. Like, I don't think, well, it's not a movie, a series. I don't think Rob's enjoying She-Hulk. If he's still watching, are you enjoying She-Hulk, Rob? Probably not. Yeah, I saw the end credits, Pickle. I saw the end credits. I did. Payne's Grey 181. As much as I love Hocus Pocus, and I've been super excited for this second movie because it's been so long since the first, and the first was just epic, I feel like if they do a third, is it going to be too far? And is it going to ruin it? Do you know what I mean? Are they going to take it too far so they end up ruining it, basically? I'm not sure I want a third movie from them. I think to leave it like it has been left is the best way, almost, because I don't want them to ruin it. I don't want them to ruin it. Oh, bless him, Pickle. Jen, that's normally me. If I put a film on too late, I'm gone. I'm asleep. I don't get distracted. If it's too late when I put it on, I'm asleep. This is Sky Blue. I didn't need to do 2 layers on these little sections because they're only small. I feel like the 1 layer was enough on this one. We'll just get that highlight in with this blue. My pencil sharpener's like broke on me as well. I don't know. The Helix pencil sharpeners, these ones, can you get fresh blades and somehow change them, or do you just need to buy a whole new thing? Because it's really not sharpening very well. It's like sometimes it doesn't sharpen at all and I have to fiddle with it. I think I'm gonna have to get myself a new one. I was questioning if I should colour her this morning because I thought you need your pencils constantly sharp to do her, and that sharpener is just not doing it for me. Not doing it. I won't watch that movie, Jen. I won't watch it. I don't like scary films. Really don't. I just don't like that feeling of being jump scared. I hate it. I think once I've done the watercolour background at the end and once it's all dry, I think all these little tiny bits that are coming down from the hair, I think I'll put a bit of white gel pen and do loads of little twizzles with white gel pen. Do you know like Dee Dee does? Dee Dee tends to do it a lot with a white gel pen, just little wiggly lines here and there everywhere. It looks quite good. Just gonna pull that bit in with that bit. Do it all at the same time. So go in first with dark indigo. No worries, Liz. Thanks for popping on. Thanks for popping on. I'd say enjoy your meeting, but it might not be a very interesting meeting. See you later. You love ghost horror films over slasher kind, yeah. Don't really like any. I don't like any, but I know what you mean. I don't like the gore. The gore's horrible. I have actually sat and watched the Saw films when I was younger. Yeah, I have to look away. I just sort of get my hand in front of my face or a pillar in front of my face and I don't watch it. I can't. Especially if it's toes or fingers. Ugh. Oh, no, I just don't like it. Don't like it. There's a few movies like that though, even movies that are just like not meant to be scary, they've got nasty things in them. Like eyeballs. As soon as somebody pins someone down in a movie and they get some sort of implement and go near their eyes or threaten to do anything on the face, I'm like, pillow time. I hate it. It's gross. It just freaks me out. Exactly, pickle. Get your pillow. No, can't do it. My mum said whenever I was younger and we used to watch anything a bit scary, I'd make her put Jungle Book on after it. I actually think I remember it as well. Doing that. I don't know why Jungle Book, because it's not my favourite Disney film. It's not anymore anyway. I've got a million films I would rather watch over Jungle Book. Oh, you do play games, don't you, Minnie? I've not played on any sort of game like that on a console since I was about, gosh, 14 years old on Need for Speed. Need for Speed Underground. I used to love that game. But no, I'm not a gaming person at all. Like, I have a few really tedious, silly games on my phone, like that restaurant story where you just make food all day. But yeah, nothing proper. Nothing proper. In damp green blue. There we go. We're the same person, then pickle, aren't we? Just soft. Oh dear. Soft, soft. You know what I only watched recently? Oh, I'm not going to be able to remember the name of it now, am I? Oh, I really don't remember the name of it. Oh, well, that's a story I'll not tell you then. But I watched a film recently about spies. Spies? What film was it? Well, it's going to so annoy me that I can't remember the name of it. But it's the really old films, but I've only watched it recently and I thought, why have I never watched this before? It's ace. I loved it. There was like 3 movies. Oh, it's gonna do my head in that I can't remember the name of it. It's gone. It's gone from my brain. Does anyone else find colouring hair therapeutic? I call the little hair strokes. Flicky flicky. Yeah, it's not a good story, is it? It's not a good story, Pickle. It's a really rubbish story. Did you, Minna? I know they're so tedious and silly, but so like addictive at the same time. Them sorts of games, aren't they? Payne's Grey. I think I used to have the bakery one on at some point. I've done the Coin Master. That was annoying. Coin Master's annoying. What do we know anyway? Who's bringing out a new colouring book? I know Johanna Basford's just released Rooms of Wonder. It's really not my cup of tea. Really not. Really not my cup of tea at all, that one. I can't do things so detailed like that. I saw her flip through a bit and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so detailed. And then there was loads of wallpaper pages. And I was just like, no, I'm out. I'm out. It's not for me. Colour block and move on. I do sometimes. I think it depends on the page. I think it really depends on the page. I think I colour blocked that latest Colour Edge wild page I did with the orange, red and yellow hair. Cooking Mama. They're all similar things, aren't they? On your Nintendo. My daughter's got a Nintendo. The Lite. Is it the Lite? Nintendo Lite. What she's got? I don't know. I'm not up with technology. They just ask for these things, and I'm like, I go to my partner. I'm like, what's this they're asking for? One of my daughters keeps asking for an iPhone, and I'm like, you're too young. You're not having one because she's only 9. Now, when my oldest 13-year-old kept asking for a phone, I said, no, nobody's having a phone until they go to high school. because I feel like they don't need one before then, and they cause all sorts of problems for them, don't they? So I was like, nobody's having one until they're 11 and they're at high school, because you don't need one. You're with me all the time. So my 13-year-old got one when she was 11, and now my 9-year-old's like, I want an iPhone, I want an iPhone. All the kids in my class has got an iPhone. I'm like, nope. I said, Ruby only got one when she was 11. I said, you're only getting one when you're 11. And she was like, oh, why? And then I told them to do the Christmas lists the other day, and she's put it on a Christmas list. And I said, Santa will not bring you an iPhone, Amber, because I've told him that you're not allowed iPhones. Oh dear. She's trying to look there, thinking Santa will bring her one. Oh, he's not. He's not. Wallpaper pages are horrible, aren't they? You can't do anything with them. It's tedious as well. Tedious. Exactly, Pickle. They don't need a phone before then. I mean, even when my daughter got her first phone when she was 11 and she went to high school, it caused nothing but problems. She went on to, she had WhatsApp groups with her friends where she kept falling out and they kept calling each other over WhatsApp, and then it made it worse when they went into school the next day. You know, it just causes all sorts of problems, which at 9 years old, you don't need to start with all that, do you? It's bad enough you, I think, deal with that when they're older. But I can't be doing with it. I cannot be doing with it. When it was a snake, yeah, they were the days, Minnie. You're younger than me. I got a phone, my first Nokia 32, was it? I got Nokia 32 something or other with a snake on. But I think I was quite old. I think I was 11 when I first got that, because I'm 35. Yeah, I'm 35. So phones were only just becoming popular when I was around 11, I think. I think that's what it felt like anyway. I don't think I asked for one before then. Yeah, Santa won't bring her an iPhone. She's been warned. Mum's told Santa she's not allowed one till she's 11. Yeah, just drama. And kids don't know how to. Let's just say they bring even more drama, teenage girls. Awful. Awful. I wasn't ready for it. Let's just say that. Wasn't ready for the drama. Oh, Jen. Yeah, they were only just becoming popular when I was in high school, to be honest. They'd only just, I still had my Nokia. I think it was 3210. Nokia 3210, was that it? No idea. Exactly, Pickle. That's all they need it for when they go to high school, just making sure you're safe, isn't it? Because you're getting on a bus on your own and whatnot. And my school was in town, in the town centre, where there was, wrong uns. That's it, Minnie. And I'm the same. I sit there constantly, like, even if I'm watching telly, I'll have my phone at the same time. And I know that if someone took my phone away, I'd be like getting shakes. Like, where's my phone? Because all I do is scroll Instagram. Occasionally I scroll my I scroll YouTube. Occasionally I scroll my YouTube studio to check for messages to reply to and all that jazz. Occasionally I'll have a little look at the statistics and analytics or whatever. And then I'll scroll Facebook. And then I'll go back to scrolling Instagram. Before I know it, the day's done. The day's over and then I sit in bed scrolling. It is bad, isn't it? It is bad. The other meaning of drama, Pickle, don't have them. Jeez. I weren't prepared for it. and I've got 4 girls, so, you know, I've got to go through this another 3 times, and God knows what lads are like, I've no clue, but my lad's only 4 at the minute, so we'll not, worry too much about teenage years with him yet. I hope he don't get into any fights, because there's nothing I hate more than fighting. Nothing I hate more. I can't even watch boxing on telling me, I just think it's sick. I hate it. Hate it with a passion. Oh, my throat. Did you not, Minna? Yeah, but you can give them back, though, Pickle, can't you? You can give them back. That's the thing. If there's any dramas, you're just like, go to your mother. I don't want to know. Can you not, Jen? Same as me, then. I think it's sick. It's horrible. Horrible. Damp and blue. Man, I bet your cats are just as naughty, though, aren't they, Pickle? So. Oh, did you say they're like toddlers? They're like toddlers. Tell you what, there's not much difference really though between toddlers and teenagers, I tell you. Not really. Exactly, you get the best bits. They all love their aunties. And if they ever fall out with their mum, they can just be round yours. Can you hear an emergency vehicle? You might hear it in a minute, if you can't already. Exactly, Minnie, we was all like that, weren't we? We was all like that. We was all like that, it's all part of learning. Learning and growing up and maturing, isn't it? But you do think back to how annoying you used to be as well, like yourself. You think, God, was I like this for my mum? Oh dear. It's it was spinning. It's the Galaxy Girls and Zodiac Signs by Mr. Kite Mirrors. I don't know if this is the first colouring book she released, but it's definitely the first one I bought. I've done quite a few pages in here now. Should we have a look at pages I've done in here? It's signed as well by her. I don't know if I'm in frame because my iPad's gonna take forever to catch up. But it's quite a nice book. Oh, now I'm thinking this is the RAM. What's this one? Bye, Mum, I'm going to Auntie. Order there. Bless them. This is one I did a green skin on. Actually, I think I did a tutorial on that. Green skin. It might be on the channel under tutorials. Something like that. Have you not, Jen? I like the books. It's hard to break the spine in these books, but it's really good paper. It's like it's cardstock in a physical copy, so I quite like having the books. I have got the PDF version of the Cookies and Cream one, is it called? But I've got this one as a physical copy and the Ocean Dreams as a physical copy as well. Do you know my iPad's still not caught up? My iPad's still showing that I'm colouring dark blue hair. Don't know what's going on. It's got such a lag on it. The cookies and cream was the last one out, but she's just, it must have only been like a week ago now, she's released another one, Jen. And it's, I forgot the name of it, but it's all inked. It's ink something. Inked something or other. Does anyone know the name of it? I don't know anyway. This is a gorgeous one. I don't know why I've not coloured this one yet. It's beautiful. This reminds me of the sort of illustrations that are in the Ocean Dreams book. And this is obviously Pisces. Is it Pisces with a fish, isn't it? And then we've got this one. This is just a Galaxy Girl, I think, that I did. Another green skin, because why not? She's got Ariel vibes going on with her. Is this Taurus? This might be Taurus. Maybe. Not too good with my star signs. I'm like, There is some quite unusual illustrations in this one. But they're fun to do. They're fun to do. And we've got that one that I'm doing. Take the clip off, then we can have a look at the rest. I like doing the strange eyes with these ones as well. They're really like spooky. Spooky eyes. Pretty in ink, that's what it's called. Thank you, Pickle. Oh, you're a Virgo. I'm a Cancer. This is Gemini. That was a page I did ages ago. What I'd do differently now, I never ever like leave a white background anymore. I always do a background. Gosh, it's mad looking back at some older pictures, isn't it, what you've done? Are you Taurus as well, Pickle? Let's see, I'm a June baby. I'm a June baby. There's lots of her on that one, isn't there? Lots of her going on that one. This is my star sign. That's why I coloured it. The background's some sort of metallic watercolour. I don't know which one. I think it might have been the KJ Designs by Karen. That one, possibly. You're better at creating a mess. Yay! Star sign twin. Star sign twin mini. I think we're the best, but you know. You was meant to be a June baby, or you just missed out then. You missed out. You only started colouring in March, Jen, did you? I can't remember when I started colouring now. I think it was 2020? Or was it? No, 2019. 2019, I think. That's Leo, isn't it? The lion. Another one with creepy eyes. Jump straight in with Kirby, that's brave. That is brave. See, I was contemplating doing this one today, but I just thought I really liked how the hair went spiralling round on this one. But I was contemplating this one. This was a really early one as well. I don't like that glow on her face. It's really, it's really quite neon. It was really quite neon. I think this was all done with alcohol markers as well, or most of it. I know the hair was alcohol markers, and then I've not even put any shading on top of it. It's just pure alcohol marker. You can see there on the back. This is Libra, isn't it? Balancing. Something there. This is just another Galaxy Girl. Is this Scorpio? That might be Scorpio. It's looking like Scorpio. That one, my daughter's a Scorpio. Again, the hair on that's fantastic, isn't it? I think that'd have to be an orange hair though, that one. Was you born in a rush, Pickle? Oh. I don't think I could pick one, Jen. I've got like probably several. Probably a handful of about 5 that are my favourites, but I think I would have to scroll down my Instagram to pick them out. But yeah, that's it. That's it. But it's really good paper. Really good paper in these books. I love it. I forgot where I was up to. Had I done the Payne's Grey? Not got a clue, but we'll put some more in. I think I was up to Payne's Grey with this. I've tried doing black, as a really using it to deepen up at the roots with things like this, but I just find it too dark. I think if you go for a really dark grey with something like blue, it just deepens it up just a little bit. Zentangle type patterns bore me to death. What have I missed? Oh, you started off with patterns. You know what? I did one last month in the. Would you class this as Zentangle? Let me find it. Let me find it. No, that's not it. Where is it? I did it last month. I did post it on my Instagram, but I'm sure it was this big there. Would you class that as Zentangle? Or is that geometric? What's the difference? Because I really enjoyed that page, but I think it's because of the florals as well. The florals. But that's probably one of the only pages I've coloured like that. Would you do that one, Jen? It's a nice one, isn't it? The fish page would be your first colour. I think I'll probably pick that one next, Jen. It is a gorgeous page, that. I've not had this book out in ages. I've not, like, the last time I coloured in this, I can't remember. But I just recently did a page in the Ocean Dreams book. And I thought, I really want to colour another Mystic Art Mirrors page. I put a poll up to see if people wanted me to colour Mystic Art Mirrors or Mariola Zodiac. And the vote was for Mystic Art Mirrors, so I thought I'd pick this one. "2015, that is a long time. Do you know what? If a friend hadn't have introduced me to the colouring community, I don't think I would have ever found it. I don't think I would have ever thought to look on YouTube and think that there's this whole community of colourists on here. I just would never have known. And it was Colour Me Stress Free who introduced me. When we was waiting for our daughters to come out of nursery, I saw she brought a colouring book to the nursery waiting room. A Hannah Carlson hardback colouring book, and she was colouring in it, and I thought, it just reminded me of how much I used to love colouring when you were a kid. And I was just like, I would really love to do that. And then it weren't long after she gifted me some Johanna Basford books and some Castle Art pencils, because she didn't really like the Castle Art pencils that she'd got, and she very kindly gifted me those. And then the very first book that I actually bought myself was The Soulmates by Anna Carlson, because I just wanted one of the hardbacked books. I was like, they look so lush. I don't use that word lush, but it just looked like a really nice book. I was like, I want that. I'm going to do a bit of skin now. Should we do a bit of skin? I will border the hair. I was going to give her, like, I know it's crazy, but the crazy books and You Can Go Wild, I think I was going to do a pink skin. Like a robotic pink skin. Just for change it up a bit. You've been colouring 7 years, Pickle. Wow. Wow. You're not old enough. You're not old enough to have been colouring 7 years. You're just a baby. I used to colour a lot of mandalas for mindless colouring with my alcohol markers, and then I just went off it. So now for anything where I just feel like I want to do mindless, I do diamond painting, and that really, the diamond painting for when you just don't want to think about colours, because you're just putting down what they say goes where. Oh, did she, Jen? Oh, thank you. Pickle, I'm gonna guess. Actually, you know what? I actually do think I remember you saying you were the same age as me, but I always think you're younger. I always think you're younger. So I'm fudgy. Is it gone off? We're gone off. Let me type. F we for. Oh, we're back. I think we're back. My phone was doing that circle, that round circle thing. I'm doing the stupid thing on my phone. I don't know. Anyway. Yes, I'm gonna give her a pink skin, so yeah, why not? Just why not? Why not? So I'm gonna go straight in with cinnamon all over. 33. Oh, you are a bit younger than me then. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay on too much longer. I'm gonna do a bit of the skin and then I'll go off because it's really rubbish today, the internet. I don't know what the crack is. But I've been on an hour as well, so we'll just do a bit of skin and then we'll call it a stream before it goes off on me. So going in with cinnamon 189. Hot mess. Hot mess. So you might look at this now and be thinking, what's she doing? What's she doing? It's doing it all pink. Yes, I am. My belly's rumbling. You can probably hear it on the microphone. I'm just thinking. I bet it's picking up everything, this microphone. It's like saying, feed me. Feed me. Hi, Bee. Hi, hi, hi. Oh, did you set your alarm? What time is it there now, then? What time is it? Mr. Wolf. Do you remember that game? What time is it, Mr. Wolf and Bulldog we used to play on the playground? Yeah, I'm just gonna go all over with this cinnamon. I'm leaving a few little white highlights out, like, God, look at my nails. A few little white highlights out, like on the chin. I might leave a little bit on the nose, a little bit on the forehead and under the brow. And then I'm going to deepen up with a coral. I'm going to make it really pink in the darkest areas with that coral. Because she's being futuristic. That's what it is. Jen. I don't even remember what the game Bulldog was all about. I just remember running from one side of the playground to the other side of the playground, and that was it. That was literally it. I don't even know what it was all about. I just remember running. And it was always girls against boys. I don't know why. Pretty unfair, I'd say. So I'm just going to colour this skin here. I know there's hair coming over, but I'm just going to ignore that bit of hair for now. I can go over that easy enough. because of the dark colours that I'm using, I can easily go over that. At the end, you had to break through the realms. Well, I think we must have been playing it all wrong then. I don't remember that. I don't remember doing that. Do you not remember doing that? What other games were there? What other games? Apart from pretending you're a mouse, squeaking. Don't ask. That's just something we did. That's just something we did. Pretending we were mice, jumping round up floor and squeaking. I don't even know. How I remember that, why I remember that. Just did. Yeah, pickle. Probably that's what I remember doing. I just remember belting it across as fast as I could. My belly is rumbling like something rotten. You'd have been the cat. I'm allergic to cats, and my daughter asked me the other week. She said, "Mum, are you still allergic to cats?" I'm like, "Yeah, you don't just not become allergic one day." I look like this lady when I go near cats. Pink, blotchy, itchy face and neck. That's what happens. This is the ugly stage. Ugly stage of skin. I'm going to give her a little highlight on her cheek there, I think, so we'll leave that quite pale. My gosh, my belly. It's got issues. Keep rumbling like that. I bet there's loads of different variations, Pickle. I bet everyone just did their own thing, didn't they? It's generally what happens when you're kids. You make your own rules up, don't you? Make your own rules up. That's what occurs. And then you always have that one kid what's bossing everybody else about. Definitely wasn't me. I wasn't the bossy type. Just putting it out there. I wasn't bossy. Should have sent me a sandwich home. He walks to work. He doesn't drive, he walks to work. Leave a bit of a highlight above under the eyebrow, should I say. Don't know what colour I want to do. You know what, I think I'll just give her blue lips so it's like tying in with her. She can have blue lips. Oh, really, Bee? Well, that's nice of you. See, my grandma used to have cats, and my mum used to send us there every weekend to sleep over while she worked at the club. Not a seedy club, she was just a barmaid. that sounded wrong when I said that, but yeah, she was just a barmaid at the weekends at the local pub. So she used to send us round my grandma's house for a sleepover, and my grandma had a cat, and it used to come in the room at night, and it used to lie on your feet, and she never stopped it coming in or anything. And I was awfully allergic, and every weekend I used to dread it because I'd come out in this itchy rash. It was so unbearable, all under my neck. It's the neck what's the worst. And I just used to be scratching all my neck. I had lines all the way down my neck where I'd been scratching. Awful. So yeah, if you have your niche around a lot, it's probably nice nice if you had to do what you're doing and not. Although if you ever do decide to get one, don't get a black one. Honestly, there's something scientific in it. Google it. But people who are actually allergic to cats are more allergic to black cats than lighter coloured cats. I'm not joking. There's science in it. There's science in it. Go and Google it. And my grandma's was a black cat. It was, you know, all over your typical black cat. Cedar. I know. I just thought, well, my mum went to the club. It sounds like sounds a bit wrong that. No, she's just to be the barmaid in the local social club. It was social club. Social club, that sounds better, doesn't it? Oh, Jen. Well, my grandma's was a rescue. Or she stole it, I'm not quite sure. It kept coming to her back door. And at the time, she said, well, she told us it was a stray. I don't know. It was years ago. Back in them days, like I said, no one had mobile phones, no one had social media. So you couldn't just put on Facebook that you'd found a cat or, people just used to take them in, didn't they? Years and years ago. So that's the positive thing about social media now. You can put everything on there and people can help you out. Oh, that's lovely, that be. Oh, she stole it. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I was only about 7 year old, so I don't know. I'm not in the know. Oh, I know, they're so horrible, cats. Why would you ever want one? They just abandon you. There's no loyalty. Just go and find a new home. It's alright. I've not loved you for how many years? And fed you. Go on, just go. I think my friend's cat did that actually. I'm sure she said it had gone to somewhere else. And she has one cat. What she says is semi-feral. Semi-feral. What does that mean? What does it mean when a cat's feral? Does it mean you just don't own it? It just goes wherever? I don't know. I don't know much about cats. Oh, I love her name as well though, Nala. Such a cute name. But yeah, they're still unloyal. Doesn't putting the initial base down the skin, isn't it so annoying? Or is it just me? I really just don't like colouring skin. It's probably the one of the worst things you could give me to colour after glass and after possibly crystals and water. I'm not a fan of colouring water. Unless I just get my watercolours out and splash a bit of something on, but it doesn't really resemble anything amazing. It doesn't. Hopefully I can blend this out a bit better once I put the darkness down. I'll get my Caran d'Ache blender on it. Gonna leave a little highlight on her shoulder. I don't know what that nail varnish has come off on. It's gone a bit blotchy today, this varnish, actually. I only did them before I came on. I don't know what I've done. Have I missed any comments? Let's have a look. Thank you, B. Lives in your house when it wants to, bites when it wants to. Oh, that's nice. Hi, Annette. Morning. Oh, nice strange, Jim. I know you meant to keep the thingy ones inside, those expensive cats. I think my uncle's got two of them. Not the Persians, they've got another name. I can't think of the name. I'm so bad with names, aren't I? I'm using coral now to do the darker areas. For anyone what's just jumped on, this lady's going to have a pink skin tone because I decided she's going to be futuristic. So she's got blue hair and pink skin. So it's intentional. It's intentional. For anyone popping on, intentionally pink. Because why not? Why not? Oh, I've been doing that Christopher Lovell page bit by bit from the Colouring Heaven magazine, and it's really quite annoying me actually. It's taking forever. I think it'll look nice when it's done, but it's just, you know, them pages you just wish were over with. You just want to get them done. Well, I really just want to get that done now and out the way. I don't think I'll start another of these pages in a hurry. They're beautiful, but they're really, really detailed. Really detailed. Where am I up to? Hairless cats. Oh, don't they look a bit scary then, B? Like the one off Austin Powers. Are they called sphinxes? A sphinx. It is really detailed, Jen. It's driving me insane if I'm honest. Where have I put it actually? I did a bit more on it last night and I put it on my Instagram stories. So I did all of them. And I was like, I'm over this now. I started a bit of shading on this, whatever she's wearing here in the corners. And that doesn't look too bad. I think I'll be able to get that done easy. Because although it's got this detail, if you look at the reference, it's more or less just blacked out, greyed out with a little bit shining through. But the hair, all those dreadlocks, and I'm just not looking forward to it. You know, when you're just so over a page. I'm over it. I think I'm over it. Hairless cats are not for me. I look at some, only some. I look at some and think, oh, that's actually cute in a weird way. And then I look at others and I'm like, oh my, nope. I wonder if they're cuddly though, because like when you stroke a cat, you're like, you know, like you're stroking its fur. Like, what must it feel like to stroke one of those without the fur? It's so strange. Thank you, Annette. Mordanda. Oh, I've not got a clue. Not got a clue. Thank you, Jen. I just thought, why not? She's got blue hair, give her pink skin. What's wrong with it? It is this book. Galaxy Girls and Zodiac Signs by Mystic Art Mirrors. You can find it on a Etsy store. You can either buy the physical copy or you can get the PDF version. I was trying to read that comment then, Pickle, and I'm thinking, they get old everywhere. What she mean? They get oil everywhere. Really? So they're like greasy little things going around your house. I've no clue. We kept saying we were going to get a dog, but I kept saying, "Oh, we'll get a dog when my youngest has started school." And now we started school, they're like questioning me all the time. The kids now, they're like, "When we're getting a dog?" You said when Casper starts school, we'd get a dog. When we're getting a dog? And I'm like, not yet. I feel tight because I know what it feels like to long for a pet. Like when I was growing up, I always wanted a dog, and my mum always said no. She always said no, and I felt like all my friends had one, and I didn't. And I think she had birds, a cockatiel and a budgie. We had that was instead of a dog. I was like, I really wanted a doggy. So when the kids keep asking now, oh, when can we get a dog? I'm like, oh, I don't know. I just don't know. It's definitely not the right time to get a dog now with the price of everything going up because you got to, as well as the initial payment that you'd had to have to purchase a dog, you then got to start paying pet insurance. You've got to buy everything it needs, all its bedding, leads, toys. Then there's the food, and I've seen the price of dog food in the supermarket. It's not cheap. So I think I just do not want all that added extra cost at the minute. So they're just going to have to sulk at me for a bit longer, I think. Oh, you have Shih Tzus. Cute. See, they was thinking either pugs or Frenchies, and I think it were a couple of months back now in the news. They were on about banning these breeds because of the health issues they have. Um, so yeah, that's another reason. But I really like golden retrievers. I really like retrievers, but then my partner's like, "Oh, I don't want a longer dog because it'll be molting everywhere." Don't even laugh. My daughter wants a tree frog. I'm like, no, no chance. No way am I getting a tree frog because they have to go in them Vivs, don't they? With the heat lamp. Can you imagine the cost of that as well? Constantly having the heat lamp on at the minute. No, no chance. No chance. Oh, I got one at 8. How happy was he when he finally got one though, Pickle? See, my children are the eldest is 13 and the youngest is 4. Hey, we've had a few in our garden, Jen. I think that's why my daughter said it. She's like, I want a frog. She always picks them up when they come in the garden. It's normally when my partner gets the lawnmower out and he starts mowing the lawn and he's like, oh, there's a frog there, get it. And my daughter's like, first one in, but move the frog so it doesn't get a lawnmower over it. She's like, go get it. It won't know difference. He's got a dog version of himself, has it? I know, I bet it's just nice though, isn't it? Or if they even get upset to something, if they get upset. And dogs are always coming up to you for cuddles, aren't they? I think they can sense when you're upset, dogs. I really do think they can. Oh, was he mini? I'm still a bit I'm wary. I'm weary of wary of dogs when I'm out, especially the bigger ones. You know, I know people always say, "Oh, you know, you can't." Is stereotype the right word? You can't judge a dog by its breed, but I am scared of those breeds. What are always in the papers saying they bit someone or killed someone. I am scared of those types of dogs. Dobermans as well terrify me. I don't know if that's because of the Resident Evil movies that I watched with the zombie Doberman dogs in it. I think they were Dobermans, but I just don't like that type of dog. Dobermans, Staffies, Bulldogs. Um, yeah, just don't like it. But I like Labradors, I like Golden Retrievers, those sort of cute. They look really gentle natured, don't they, Golden Retrievers? I think they do. They just make me think, oh, really cute. My belly's rumbling again. Stop it, belly. Pencil keeps finding a sharp side. You know when you're trying to blend skin, you don't want a sharp angle to come at you, do you? Definitely not. Let's pull this darkness up here a bit on the lip. I'm going to darken up a bit more of this cheek. It will come together smooth, this skin, as well, when I blend it out with the blender, hopefully, at the end. I'm just mapping out. I like to call this mapping out my colours. Just do the neck. What have I missed? What chat have I missed? Are you afraid of dogs, B? Zombie dogs, I know. Is that it, B? Were they known as nanny dogs, were they? I think it doesn't help that my sister's just had to get rid of her staffer because it went it bit her daughter, my niece, and then after it bit her daughter, the police had to do a check on the dog to check if it was safe or if it had just um, reacted in protection, like trying to protect someone. And the police did all sorts of tests on it, you know, where they give it some food and then they take it away for see if it snaps or anything like that. All these different tests, and they deemed it for it be safe. They deemed him for, you know, to it had just been a one-off where it was protecting. It was protecting her because basically she'd snuck a boyfriend into the house. She'd snuck a boyfriend into the house. The dog hadn't seen this boy come into the house, and then suddenly he appeared. So the dog had actually gone for a boyfriend, and then my niece had put her arm out in front of the dog to protect her boyfriend. So it sort of reacted, thinking almost like there was a burglar in the house. So, you know, so they said it was protecting her. And then 2 years later, it's just gone for someone else again, someone who came in the house, and it's gone for 'em. So they've had to get rid of they've got to yeah, they had to get rid of him. And I think, you know, a story like that being so close to home and it being a staffy, I'm just like, makes you not trust, doesn't it? Especially when it's someone you know. You have a restaurant called Zombie Dogs. That is some name for a restaurant, that. Oh, thank you, Pickle. I'm just going to try and get the skin done, and then I'll be off. I'm definitely going off at 12 o'clock. Need to go and get some lunch before I have to pick the kiddies up from school. So, yeah, don't know what I want though. I might have fried egg on toast. Just fancy a bit of egg on toast. Has to be a runny egg though. Has to be a runny egg. Right. Deepen up this bottom bit here. I think. We're in the shoulder. I know, it's weird, isn't it, Pickle? It's the experiences you have, isn't it? What makes you think, don't blame me, Jen, don't blame me. I only did potatoes in the slow cooker once, and I wasn't a fan of them. Everyone always jokes at me because I put mine in the microwave, and they're like, "Oh no, they're horrible in the microwave. Get them in the oven in some tin foil." And I'm like, "Well, they take forever." They take forever. You still have to like put them in the microwave to soften them first before you put them in the oven. So I may as well just cook the whole thing in the microwave. It's the quickest way. You don't like runny eggs? No way. They're the best. They're the best. No beets, fried egg, chips and beans, and then you just sit there dipping your chips in the yolk of the egg. You and eggs are friends. I don't have them very often, to be honest, because a lot of the time it's a lot of mess to make an egg, isn't it? When you get the frying pan out and it makes such a mess for one little egg, you're like, can I be bothered washing that frying pan now? I hate cooking more, so that don't help. I hate it. And all these people that say, "Oh, I love cooking, I love making homemade things," and I'm like, no, can't do it. I mean, I stretched to some lobbies last night. Me and my partner had some lobbies. Don't know what lobbies is. It's just potatoes, carrots, onion. We put corned beef in ours. Can of corned beef, stock, and then yeah, just put it all in a tub. Put it all in a pan, either a pan or pre-boil your potatoes and carrots, and then put it in a casserole dish in the oven for 2 hours. And then have it with some nice hot crusty bread with butter on. That's what we had. We had some beetroot with these as well. Normally put red cabbage with it, but he puts beetroot with these. Because why not, I suppose? Why not? Oh, in the air fryer. We had an air fryer and we tried chips in it, and they were the most disgusting things I've ever tasted in my life. Really, Minnie? I'd never even thought about what that word means. I just thought it was something you make up when you're younger. You know, you always come out with these words, and all youngsters have these words they use now. I think actually the youngsters have a different name for chav now. For someone what resembles a chav, I think they use a different word. I'd heard my daughter say it, and I can't remember what she said. I can't remember what word she used. Well, whatever works for you, Jen, whatever works for you, isn't it? I used to use my slow cooker loads, but then the kids never ate what we were eating, so there'd always be too much. And I know some people say, "Oh, well, put it in the freezer and freeze it." But I'm one of these people, right, where I put leftovers in the freezer, then I forget about them, and then they never get eaten, and then months and months and months, I'm talking months down the line, I'll come across some leftovers I've left in the freezer, and then it'll just go in the bin, and I think, what have you just done that for? What have you done that for? What's the point? I'm terrible. I am terrible. I'm just going over with a bit more of this cinnamon, just rounding about. And then we'll blend it together and see what we get. Sorry if my hand's just in the way at the moment. Chips are awful in the air fryer. Honestly, we actually threw them in the bin, and that's saying something for me because I'll eat anything. I'll literally eat anything. Like, even if I think it's not very good, I'll just eat it for the sake of eating it. But them chips out the air fryer, no. Them bad boys went straight in the bin. Straight in the bin. Aren't they the most fussiest little creatures on earth, Pickle? Kids. Honestly, mine are so bad. And because I've got 5 of them, say if 2 of them eat something, I can guarantee the other 3 won't eat it. Honestly, I end up making about 3 different meals. It's so frustrating. And my granddad's like 80 odd years old, and he always says, in my day, you used to eat what you were given. And I like that sentiment. I really do. But my kids won't. I mean, I can put it there. I can leave them sat there in front of it for hours and they still won't eat it. They would literally rather starve than eat something they don't like, my kids. They really would. I can guarantee they would rather starve. Right, let's get this blended. I don't know if I want to use the full blender or... Where is it actually? It needs cleaning because it's got blue on from last night, I think. Do you think so, Jen? Well, it was funny. Do you watch the programme Loose Women? There's a show over here called Loose Women, and I think they'd actually brought something in from the house to show what they didn't know what was left in the freezer, and it was a beetroot or something wrapped up. And I thought, who puts a beetroot in the freezer? Just one beetroot. Freezer burn. Yeah, all ice crystals inside it. Oh, those flies in summer are the wispy, aren't they? Those fruit flies. It puts me off eating fruit because we have a fruit bowl on the table. I do occasionally keep some fruit in the fridge, but the most of it I keep on the middle of the dining room table in a fruit bowl. And in the summer, it just puts me off buying it, it puts me off eating it. It's just gross. It's absolutely gross because they just, as soon as you put the fruit bowl out, that's it. Fly city. That's what I'm calling it. Fruit fly heaven it is. Disgusting. Disgusting creatures. If you didn't like dinner, you had to go and make your own and go without. To be honest, I do that a little bit with my eldest daughter because she's become so incredibly fussy. And she's 13 now. And she's even started pulling her nose up at sandwiches at lunchtime. You know, just a regular ham sandwich or anything. At first she started being fussy with the fillings on it, so she used to have a cheese sandwich. And then she started saying she didn't like cheese sandwiches, it were making her feel sick. So then I started doing her ham sandwiches. And now she started eating one half of the sandwich and leaving it. And I'm like, what's wrong with the sandwich? And she's just like, you know, like teenagers do. I'm like, what is wrong with you? She won't eat any sort of noodles. You know, like over here in the UK, a very popular thing, especially for teenagers, and it was for me when I was growing up, it's something called a pot noodle. It's like noodles in a pot, and everyone loves them. She doesn't. She doesn't. She doesn't like sausage rolls. She literally doesn't like anything. She's such hard work. So occasionally I'll say, right, well, just get yourself something. Just look in the fridge and sort yourself something out because I don't know what you want anymore. Don't know what you want. So I have done that. Yeah, exactly, Minnie. My 4-year-old won't touch any fruit or veg. Any. He used to love bananas. When he was about 2-year old, he used to love bananas and apples. He'd eat apples and bananas for days. He'd spit the skin out on the apples, like, but he'd eat them. He loved them. Now he won't touch anything. Literally, the only vegetable I can get in him is sweet corn. Nothing else. He won't put anything else near his mouth. No fruit, nothing. So yeah, nightmare. Yeah, I love a pot noodle. I love a pot noodle butty. Exactly, they're like the teenage food, aren't they, pickle? And she's like, oh, it's disgusting, that. They have been terrible fruit flies this year, Jen. I'm just seeing little bits of conversation. What I've missed. Terrible, but I think they're just dying off. How I had loads at one point. I think I only see the odd one now. I only see the odd one in the kitchen. Every now and again. But we used to have them stickers, what you pin up to your wall and the flies get stuck to them. Inhumane, some people might say, but honestly, the gross that I've stuck up in your kitchen them, so we two come down. It just looks disgusting, for one. Mine's the beef and tomato mini. Definitely beef and tomato. Yeah, even them, Jen, super noodles. Yeah, the cheap super noodles. All the girls love them apart from my teenager as well. She don't like them. She used to. She used to eat super noodles and then she started saying, oh, I don't like them anymore. What's with that? I thought it was only toddlers what decided they didn't like something all of a sudden. But no, it's my teenager. I don't like that now. I don't like that now. Well, what do you like? What do you like? Do you not have carbs, B? I think I'm hitting the microphone with that then. I don't think I could give up carbs. I love potatoes too much. Like jacket potatoes, mashed potatoes, chips, everything basically. They must do, Minna. They must do. Summer's breeding season, isn't it? For everything. Flies, animals. It's not as smooth as I'd like it, this skin, but it's alright, it'll do. I might put some sparkle in it right at the end, like when I finish the page. Put some stickles on it or something. So she's got sparkly pink skin. Yeah. Well, there we go. I'm going to leave it at that today, guys. And I'm going to go and get myself some lunch. Your tastes change weekly. Oh, not you as well, Pickle. Put you in a room with my teenager. Low carb diet. Oh, it must be pants, that. Must be pants for half that cut something out of your diet. Well, if it helps, it must be worth it. Must be worth it if it helps. It's making me hungry as well, Minnie. I'm starving. You haven't done a weekly shop? Same. I was going to go to shop this morning, but I thought I'm going to stream today, and then I can have sort of a free day tomorrow, and then on Thursday my car's in for its MOT. So I'm having my fingers crossed that it will pass, because Thursday evening my daughter's going to it's called one of them panic room things. Is it panic room? No, it's not panic room. What's it called? One of them rooms where you have to do puzzles and things to get out. She's going to one of them, so I have to drive her there. So hopefully my car passes, or else I'll not be able to drive her there. She'll be sulking. What if I say she can't go? Escape room, that's it, Minna. Panic room. I've watched the movie Panic Room. Does anybody remember that movie, Panic Room? Oh, no worries, Jen. Thanks to everybody coming in and popping on as well and keeping me company. And I will get this page finished in my own time. Possibly might do a whipping chat with it and do the background, but we'll see. We'll see. So thank you for everyone coming on, and I will see you soon.